All right, welcome everyone to another daily market review. Apologies for missing Friday. Today is Monday, February the 23rd. So let's take a look at Friday and what happened. During my Thursday's daily market review, came up with two different scenarios. One is we would be contained in this range and slightly going lower before coming back, but not lower than this. And then the other one was that we eventually, if we come here to this level, we would eventually break out. So in the end, on Friday, we got kind of a mix of both. So can't claim that one or the other really happened, rather the more of a hybrid scenario where we first tried to get here, didn't really touch this level, barely scraped this level, didn't really close above it or anything, so couldn't say that we gained it. And then we went this route and we eventually came here right to this line, and we got some liquidity here. There was a bid, and then after that we went here. Once we closed above, we actually took out the final target that was I was waiting for since Wednesday, and then took 2 days to get there. But prior to that, we went all the way from here to all the way to here. So was kind of a trade down first, then actually get the target. This is why you need to manage your risk always, always, always. And then eventually from there, what we got a touch, nice rejection, came here, gathered some strength at the support area right here, went for another try. Obviously, second try, because this one didn't even touch, but this was a first test. This was a second one. But the thing is, you also have to take into account that even though this is already a second one, we got such a strong reaction off of here because it was just a swift move. It went much further than the first one. It did break this level right here, right? It went a little bit lower to this area right here. So this was a stronger reaction than this. So I don't know if we would be able to take it out on the first try if we come back here, but rather on the third try, because this is test number 3. But we would be able to do it on the fourth. So fourth try, I would bet that we would be able to break this level if we were to keep the uptrend movement. Now allow me some time to get rid of the drawings right here. And what do I think happened? Oh, and quickly here, obvious, I didn't have this level mapped out before. So what happened is, came here, this was bound to break just because this is test number 1, this is test number 2 right here, and this is test number 3. So, sorry, this is a 3. And then after that, on the test number 4, you break it down. The only problem is you still have a lot of bid and support here, and there is a significant level right below it, so probably not a good idea to keep shorting. You should be closing your shorts anywhere around the support area. I always close the shorts rather earlier than later, so watch out for that as well. Just 1 second before we move on. Alright, so what do I think is most likely is gonna happen from here? Well, this is quite easy. I think if we come here again, I would expect some kind of a movement right here, and then eventually we'll break on a try number. So this is 3, and let's say 4, maybe 5, but most likely 4. It would eventually cave in. And let me quickly make those. I'm actually not going to bother with making them green. It's just going to take too much time right now. Let's just proceed with a review. Let's turn on the volume profile to get an idea of what's happening here. Alright, so we built a huge cluster right here. So I think we shouldn't be able to break it that easily and go down. Most likely, if we don't go up from here and come to this and break on the 4th, 5th try, then we're just gonna sort of maybe go this route. So this would be route number 1, just up and then break it, let's say Wednesday or Thursday, maybe even end of Tuesday. And then second scenario would be, given this high volume node and we're above it, we would just be sort of ranging anywhere here in this area. So that's for S&P 500. and then just quickly get over to the SPY, the ETF. Pretty much same picture here. We essentially came to this high right here, went a little bit higher, but prior to that we visited the range lows right here, and then same scenario, got a swift rejection from this, got a bid right here. So I would say for SPY pretty much the same. This is not necessary. And then again, if we can, we will eventually break it and come here, right? And then if not that, then I would imagine we sort of just do this instead, and we just stay in this area. And let me see. Yeah, pretty much. Although the only worrying thing is that you see all this empty space right here. There's not much support apart from this level right here. So we could even maybe we could get SWIP here and then up, but I'm not counting on it yet. Obviously, if we spend too much time here, then we will eventually even try to visit this area, but I don't see it likely as of right now. I think we could try to go up, but this could take, maybe I'm gonna be a little bit more conservative. Maybe I'm gonna say it's gonna take much more than that. It's gonna be a long road ahead. It's not gonna be that easy. That's what I think, because we do have some resistance above, so it's not like clear skies. So that's that. And then Bitcoin, quickly pop over this. Let's see what we have. All right, so this was true until Sunday. I did the daily market review on Thursday, and for much of the Friday and Saturday this proved true, where I said that given this huge volume node right here, the monthly one I think we were looking at, given this huge volume node right here, right here, we would stay in between these zones until one breaks, and when it breaks, it might give you an opportunity to come back, just like here when I was saying if it breaks, just wait for an opportunity for it to come back inside and then short from there. And pretty much got exactly that. So your short entry would be here. You would be fading this, since we already broke out of this huge volume node and just sort of crawled up to test it. It did fake out a little bit. You could have gotten scared here, happened to me before, but just stay with your conviction, manage your risk, and you should be fine. If not, it always gives you an opportunity to re-enter somewhere here once you see that, oh no, actually it was a fake out. Let's say you entered here, it always gives you an opportunity to short here. All right, so that's that. And then let me get rid of this. You don't no longer need this for this review. Taking some time. All right, and then let's just also take a look at the higher time frame idea, which was that we either gonna from this bottom right here on Friday, February the 6th at 60k, we either come here to 77 before going back, or we would just range inside this blue zone. And so far we're going that route. So far we just ranging and slowly coming lower. This is an area where it could get a bit, just because of, look at this strong close right here. You have the candle body closes right here, and that usually leads to a nice area for a bounce from here or anywhere in this area of the wick. So it could be this is fine too. So yeah, in theory, should be looking for longs from here if you're bullish long term. So maybe if you didn't listen to me when I was saying this is a good area to add to your long-term spot bags, then maybe add somewhere here as well if you were a long-term believer in crypto and BTC. Be aware that we could always go lower, and you should be fine with that. If not, then don't buy, don't invest. That's just that. You should be fine with the idea that it could go lower, and you either suck it up if your investment horizon is years and you believe, you just hold, or you cut the loss at the appropriate level and then you buy lower. So either this or that. Definitely don't just invest, your lost money and just, kind of just be wise about it. If you're a long-term believer, then go for it. Not a financial advice. I can't believe I have to add this nowadays, but yeah. So everyone has to decide for themselves what they are going to do with their money. All I can do is just provide some guidance, some educational kind of info, but not an actual advice. These are just my thoughts. These are just my market takes. So pretty much, yeah. What else can I say? Right now at this point, other than could probably bid here. Let's look at VWAP. Already lost it. Overextended. Yeah, we could get a nice area, nice pop from here, at least to this zone, and then take it from there. If we see, you could always try to do another fade, because it's a, you could count this as first test and then this second test, but I think you could try to fade it. Other than that, it might just, let's go red. Oh no, wasn't meant to do that. It might just actually just sort of go like this instead. I don't see you going much lower. So either it comes here and then you fade it, and then eventually it will obviously break higher, right? But also likely that it could just go sideways, and then we'll take it from there on Tuesday. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll upload another video